Meanwhile, guys, can you confirm if you are able to hear me properly? Can you guys see my screen well?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure if others are joining today. Not feeling well, guys, so please excuse me for my cough. Okay. So we're done with the technical topics. We do not have anything to cover today as far as technical is concerned. Today, I wanted to show you the Naukri portal, how to update, how to create it, and resume preparation. And as I have mentioned the details, so as I have mentioned, I will be arranging some mock calls. I'm just waiting for the panel to be available because of this New Year leave. No one is available. They are on holiday vacation, so I don't want to disturb them. Maybe from the first week of Jan, I'll get the panel back, and once they are available, I'll arrange the mock calls. I'll reach out to you on individual basis, and if you are comfortable, then only I'll share the invitation with others. Uh, I'll try to keep minimum two people in a panel. If not possible, it could be one also. Right? But make sure that you take that seriously. You are ready for a video. You are ready for a video call or a video interview. If you're not available, if you're not comfortable, let me know. I won't arrange it. That's completely fine. Right? But that should not happen. That it should not happen it should not happen that we have arranged the interview and later you are connecting it over the phone. That doesn't give a good look. It doesn't give a good impression. Okay? So I will check the timing and everything with you. Consider that as your one of the interviews, right? Make sure that you have video ready. Make sure you have your laptop with you. You are ready. It should not happen that on the interview you are saying, "के नहीं यार मैं ready नहीं हूँ," or I mean, I understand you. If you're not able to answer something, that's completely fine. You can say, okay, I am not aware of it, or you can give it a try. You can try something. You can do that. But technically, you're not able to speak, you're not able to answer. That's a different thing, right? That's where we will know that where do you have to work? Do you have the confidence to speak? But these are, it's fine. Even the interview panel will understand that no one is 100% ready. But we should not have these issues that, okay, I do not have laptop. Can I join from my phone? Can I just take the audio call? I'm driving. That should not be the case. Do not take it lightly because I'm requesting some panel people who are genuinely working, people who take interviews. So I would be approaching them for the mock interviews. Right? So if you're not comfortable, if you're not ready, let me know in advance. I won't schedule a call itself. But if once you schedule a call, please make sure that you uh, attempt it seriously. Right? And I'll check with you whenever I reach out to you guys. I will check with you whether you are comfortable or not. If others can see your interview, if you're comfortable, then only I'll share the link with others so they can join as spectator. For example, let's say that I am arranging a mock call for Ganesh. I will check with him that Ganesh is 6th of January, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. IST. Is it okay with you? If he says yes, I'll check with the panel if they have the availability. I mean, once both of them have the availability, I'll arrange the call and same at the same time I'll check with Ganesh whether are you comfortable. Others can see you. So if he says yes, then I'll share the link with all of you and on WhatsApp group. You can join as a spectator. All of you will keep your camera off. You'll mute yourself. Only Ganesh would be speaking with his camera on and mic on, and we'll have a panel. Panel may have the video on, they may not have the video on, it's up to them. In real interview also, you will see sometime panel will turn on their video or and they may not. It depends. Sometimes they are working and conducting interviews, so they will not turn on the video. They are conducting the interviews from home. They will not turn on the video. It is completely up to them. You don't have to worry about it that why are they not turning on their videos, right? Being a candidate, you have to make sure that you are informal, you are interview ready, there's no background noise, etc. Not only for mock and for especially for original interviews I'm talking about. So make sure all these things are taken care of. Uh, and as I was saying, if the person is agreed, then I'll share the link with others. You guys can just watch. Do not try to prompt. Do not unmute yourself and prompt. Don't do that at all. It's not at all acceptable. Uh, Even if you think that person is giving a wrong answer and you know the right answer, do not prompt. You just be the spectator. Answer is correct, incorrect, you have nothing to do with that. Do not share your feedback on WhatsApp group immediately. Do not share the feedback at all. I'll give the feedback to the candidate. Whatever feedback I get from panel, I'll share the feedback with the candidate. If candidate is comfortable, I'll share it with all of you. But I'm not expecting you guys to immediately start typing message, yaar ye galat bol diya aapne, you should have been this. Do not do that. Do not uh, disturb someone. Right? So it's up to you guys whether you want others to be a part of your interview or not. So I'll start reaching to you. I'll do that only once I have your resumes with me. I've shared the resumes with you guys. I have not received any reply except for Zoeb. I'm not sure if he's there in the call. He shared his resume. I'll be creating an Excel file. I'll put all your names, etc. I'll give you the link to you guys. I'll categorize people, for example, 5 years of experience, 5 plus, less than 5, etc. We'll do that, and accordingly, uh, I'll share a few more tips how to prepare your resume, etc. Let me uh, pick one of the resumes. It's just a dummy resume, so do not judge or do not quote anything. The name, etc. Everything is dummy. This is just for your example. And I think I've already shared some resumes with you, right? Okay, let me open those resumes. It will be easier for you. I shared it on WhatsApp, right? I hope you guys got it. Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe. Did you
Yes,
guys
Soil.
get someone?
Yes, sir.
Nirmal, you were not able to download that. Is it working for you now?
Yeah, Sohil. Yeah.
Okay. Do not open this resume on phone. It has a lot of tables and formatting, etc. It won't work good on your phone, right? So these are the two resumes I have.
Uh, Soil,
Yes.
uh, as I'm not certified, so I'll just remove that badge, or is it okay if I keep it?
If you're planning to do the certification, then keep it. If you do not have certification at all, and if you're not planning to do it, then don't keep it. It's at least go for fundamental. I'll check if I can get some free coupons for you guys. For fundamental, I do get some free coupons for 104 also, but I think they have not shared it till now. Uh,
Okay.
but do not keep the dependency. If I get any free coupon, and I hardly get 5 or 6 coupons. I mean, we had 15 to 20 people, so I won't be able to give it to all of you. Right? I can barely give it to 5 or 4 people, 104 and AZ 900. So do not have any dependency on that. If
Okay.
I get, I will connect with you individually and I'll share it with you. But do not keep any dependency on that. If you're planning to have the certification, go ahead and do that and then only add the badge. If not, then remove it completely. If you have done any other certification, keep that badge here. ITIL, Windows, networking, anything, keep it here, right? I can share
Okay.
one resume with you. Zoeb has shared his resume. Let me show it to you guys. He did the good job. Let me check. So here, guys, you will type your and it's not necessary, guys, that you use the same format. That is the reason I will be showing you Zoeb's resume. This is just for your example. I'm completely fine if you want to go ahead and have use your own format. It's completely fine. This format is just for your in knowledge. So this is what Zoeb has shared. So he has completed his CCNA, AWS, and Azure. So he has put all the certifications. If you have done some other certification, do that. Right. Basic things. This is up to you how you put it. I'm not discussing this. This is completely up to you. Email, LinkedIn, etc. It's fine. Total number of years experience. Yes, this is important. Make sure you mention this. Name, obviously, Azure administrator, total experience. If your total experience is not in Azure, then mention like something like this, that experience of 10 years, uh, IT experience, out of which 3 years in Azure. Could create a good sentence, something like this. But in the first sentence itself, you should have all your experiences, etc. Let me see if I have a resume. I think I had one. Let me show you. Let me open that. So here it is. Extensive experience of 4 plus years as a Microsoft Azure administrator. Now again, this is completely Azure, but if you have 5 or 7 years of experience, 10 years of experience, and you're showing only 4 years in Azure, make sure you write accordingly. Do not mention only 4 years. This shows that you have total 4 years of experience. That should not be the case. Write here clearly that total years of experience is 10. Out of that, 4 year or 4+ years as a Microsoft Azure administrator. Look at this. With 6+ of total. Yeah, this is the person who's working with 10 years of experience, I guess, or total 6 years. I'm not sure how he has mentioned. I just removed his name and put UT-Kloud. It's not created by me. So I'm not sure what exactly it is written here, but you make sure that you write it clear and crisp, that your HR should not have any confusion. Now look at this. I am being confused here. I'm getting confused that extensive experience of 4+ years as Microsoft Azure administrator with 6+ years of total. So I am assuming that this person has 6 years of experience, out of which 4 years are on Azure. But make sure you do not write anything like this, which is confusing the HR. Understand, HR has 2 or 3 openings and they get 50 or 60 resumes for that. Right? So it should not happen that they have to spend time. They will simply close it and move to the next profile. They do not have time, they won't spend time on this. They have 50 resume for 2 positions. So make sure you make their job easy for them to pick your resume. Now the name is very important. Whatever your name is, mention that Azure admin and 5 years of experience. Write your experience. Why? Because when they download the resumes from Naukri or Monster, they do it in bulk, right? Now keep yourself in some recruiter's shoes and think about it, that you have 2 positions. The positions say that I need an Azure admin who should have 4 years of experience. Now you have 50 resumes. You have to open all of them and check कि कौन सा relevant है. And out of those 50 resumes, I see 10 of them already they have this title. So it is bound to happen. It is human nature that I will open these resumes, because before even opening, I know that these are the relevant resume. Name, Azure admin, 5 years. Okay, it is matching my criteria. Let's open this resume. Let's call this candidate first. So, uh, so these small tips will help the chance of you getting calls from your recruiters. Right. So make sure you do not give any random name, resume, updated biodata, new. Don't do that. Look at this. Jack, Azure admin, 2.5 years. Now the person who's looking for an Azure admin with 2.5 years, the person will quickly pick this resume up. Okay, now here, this is fine. A location, you want to keep it, you don't want to keep it, it's up to you. Number has to be there, email address has to be there, experience has to be there, skills, it has to be there. Make sure you add few more skills here. These are just dummy resumes, so I've added a few of them. Whatever we have done, I think storage is missing here, right? Okay, it is there. Whatever it is, migration is missing here, or it is here. So go through this and check properly that whatever we have learned, if anything is missing, make sure that you fill all of it. Do not make it longer than 2 pager. Even I shared this feedback with Joeb. I asked him to recreate his resume. Look at this. He prepared it in 3 pages. So if you have experience uh, of 10 years, still it should be on 2 pager. 15+ experience, you can go for 3 page. I'm not sure if anyone of you have 15+ of experience, and that too, in that if you have spent time in one organization for 10 years, let's say, so I think 2 pagers should be fine. So here, look at this, or 2.5, 1 page is more than enough. Your skills, then your education. It's simple. Personal information, you don't have to require any. You don't have to give any personal information, whether you're married, single, what's your DOB. A recruiter has nothing to do with them. They're least interested in that information. I've seen people spending one whole page talking about their hobbies, their family, their marital status, their DOB, etc., etc., their passport number. Not required. No one, they're least bothered about it. No one is interested in getting that information. आप सेलेक्ट हो जाओगे तब ये सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन वैसे ही कंपनी आपसे पूछ लेगी. Right? So make your recruiter's job easy. Make it easy to read. Now look at this. It's a very simple resume. One company, the person is working from October 2021 till date. So it's easy that 2.5 years of experience this person has. Sorry. So this person has this much of experience. These are the roles and responsibilities. Roles and responsibilities you can copy from here, and you can add few more also. This is for people, this resume is suitable for people who have less experience, showing only one company. For example, now if I see, so this will be good for who all are there? Sufyan. This will be a good profile for you, Sufyan. It will be a good format for you. As you have only one company on your profile, you can use this. People who are working with multiple companies or multiple profile, you can use something like this. Let me show it to you. So this is the first company. You're working here from this date to this date. These are the roles and responsibilities you have. Then second company, roles and responsibilities. And make sure you do not create something like this. I mean, see, in this resume, I see repetition. This is here, this is here, right? So you have mentioned once, you don't have to mention again and again. So delete it. Delete this one. Make it look good. तो इस कंपनी में इतने में ही फिट करो, make sure, or maybe give a comma and write here, but this is not looking very good, right? Just for the look, just for the aesthetic, do not delete any important information, right? If it is important, it has to be there. It doesn't matter how it looks, but this is something which can be adjusted. I see the similar information is here, similar information is here, so maybe you can rewrite it and make sure that you settle everything on one page. So if you see something like this, now look at this. This gives a good information, or this gives a good. Now look at this. This looks good. First company, second company, third company. It's okay. And last company. That's fine. That's completely fine. So make sure you fit it everything here. And if you think, no, I have to write, maybe delete something from here. Make space, right? And look at this, the format and everything, it's very critical. So if you are not comfortable, if you are not good with Word file, if you can't deal with the formatting and everything, do not use this format. I've been telling you this, it's not necessary that all of you use the same format. Okay, look at this. Even if I delete one, it is impacting on all of the formats. So if you are not good with formatting and table and everything, do not spend much time. Just use your own format. I'm happy with it, like Zoeb has done it. Say he's okay with it, he did it. But make sure that you fit it in two pages. So once you have mentioned this, again your education, people who are using two-pager, make sure you write more skills here. इसको इस तरह से blank मत छोड़ देना, अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. For example, under Azure storage, you can mention few more things. Azure storage में ही आप जो है LRS, DRS, something like that, ZRS, whatever we have discussed, इस तरह से इसको ऐड कर लो. तो ये ब्लैंक नहीं दिखना चाहिए कुछ, राइट? फॉर Azure माइग्रेशन में आपने Azure माइग्रेशन टूल यूज किया या फिर आपने कोरेंट यूज किया, सो मेंशन समथिंग, मेक श्योर ये यहाँ तक आ जाए, इसको थोड़ा सा अच्छा दिखना चाहिए. इफ यू आर यूजिंग टू पेज, एक पेज यूज करो तो वैसे ही इतने में फिल हो जाएगा, और उसके नीचे आपका एजुकेशन वाला आ जाएगा, ये वाला. एंड if you have any certification, you type it here, और उसकी डिटेल्स आप यहाँ पर लिख सकते हो. यहाँ पर उसका बैच आएगा आपका सर्टिफिकेशन का, and you can mention it here. For example, this person has completed fundamental and 104. This person could have add the fundamental batch also, but that's not necessary. If you have done 104, so I mean it has more weightage. किसी ने 104 कर रखा है, it is implied कि आपका fundamental clear है. Certification है या नहीं है, that's fine, but this person has mentioned that he's a Azure fundamental certified, so this person could have added. वैसे भी यहाँ पर 3-4 ऐड हो जाते हैं. And if you see my resume, यहाँ पर आपको Microsoft certified ट्रेनर का एक दिखेगा, GCP वाला दिखेगा, Azure administrator का दिखेगा, then architect वाला दिखेगा. So this place is good enough for 4 and 5 badges. So if you have space, this person could have added fundamental. Space नहीं है तो that's okay. Then you think critically. तब उसके बाद अब for example if I have 305 and 104, so certification में you cannot go ahead and do 305 unless you have done 104. तो फिर मुझको दोनों ऐड करने की जरूरत नहीं है, 305 ऐड कर लूंगा. इंटरव्यूअर को पता होगा इट इज इम्प्लाइड के 104 करके ही बंदा आया है. अगर किसी के पास 305 का सर्टिफिकेशन है, which means he has done 104, तो ऐड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. That is only in the case when you are struggling with your spacing here. If you have good enough space, add all of them. और बहुत ज़्यादा too much भी नहीं होना चाहिए certificate. 2 or 3 are good, more than enough. Okay, make sure you write them here. Then yeah, I think that's it. And one more thing, this one. And it's not necessary that आप लोगों ने सब कुछ Azure पे ही काम किया है, right? So sorry guys. So for a company like this, where this person has worked for 2 years, 2 years तो बहुत छोटा time होता है. Let's say in a company you have worked for 7 years. People who are working with TCS, Infosys, etc. 5-6 साल से काम कर रहे हो आप लोग, right? And you want to show कि कुछ तो Azure पे किया है, but 7 साल Azure पे नहीं बता सकते हो, right? बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा, it will be too much, questions ज्यादा आएंगे. तो उन्हीं 7 साल में आपको कुछ Azure बताना है और remaining आपका खुद का. So then use this format. यहाँ पर आप अपनी कंपनी का नाम लिखोगे, जो भी आपका डेजिग्नेशन है वो लिखोगे, देन फ्रॉम दिस डेट टू दिस डेट एंड देन योर लोकेशन. इतना कॉमन होगा. आफ्टर दैट योर प्रोजेक्ट 1 शुड बी sorry guys, please excuse me. So your project 1 should be your Azure related. जो भी हमने Azure पे पढ़ा है, whatever we have discussed, that we'll be putting in our resume, it should be Azure related, that your current project is on Azure and this is what you are working on. So you can call it project 1. You can debate about it. Okay, तो मेरा project 2 हुआ, project 1 was this. It's up to you. You call it project 1, you call it project 2. It's up to you. But your latest project, you call it 1 or 2. It's up to you. Technically, this is also right. This will be your project 2, and this was your project 1. It's up to you, right? This is project 1 and this is project 2. But make sure that you write and in education, in experience, in project, wherever you're writing, it should be in the same order, right? Your latest should be at the top. Never write SSC, HSC, and then engineering. It should be always engineering, HSC, SSC. If it is Bachelor of Computer Application, BCA, HSC, then SSC. Similarly, your current company or your latest company. Let's say you're not working, you left your company last month, but whatever it is, your latest company, after that, your previous company, after that, your previous company. Same in the project, your previous project, your first project, then your second project, right? So ये project आपका हमेशा then Azure वाला होगा, and then ये जो भी आप कर रहे हो उसकी details दे देना. For example, this person has shown that this person is working on Azure in this company, June 23 till date. एक साल भी नहीं हुआ है, तो ये कुछ 9 महीने का experience हो गया. Then 2020 to 2023, यहाँ पर भी पूरा Azure का बताया है, which means that December to May, 2.5 साल अप्रोक्सीमेटली ये हो गया, टोटल 3 साल का एक्सपीरियंस. बट मे बी दिस पर्सन वांटेड टू शो सम मोर, तो यहाँ पर लिख लिया. देन यू डू नॉट हैव टू राइट एनी डेट्स हियर. ठीक, इसको आप मैनिपुलेट कर सकते हो. Let's say you had only one company. For example, you had only one company. Now ignore the formats, okay? Ignore the formatting. Okay, let's say that you had only one company on your profile. And in this company, you are working from 2018 till now. Till date you are working. कितना टाइम हो गया? 5 साल, right? Now the job which you're looking for, it requires only 3 years of Azure, sometimes 4 years. So you can mention something like this. इस तरह से आप mention कर दो, यहाँ date लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Total experience आपका 5 years का हो गया, right? अब if someone is asking, yeah, I am looking for someone who has worked for 4 years on Azure, you can say, yes, I have worked. This project was for 1 year, and from last 4 years I'm working on this. Someone says, I'm looking for someone who has worked only for 2 years. Fine, 2.5 years I was here, 2.5 years I was working here. So you can manipulate this. You don't have to write any dates here when it comes to project. Just mention the dates here. It's more than enough. Is it clear, guys, to everyone?
Sohail, I have one doubt. Like I have one question. So my experience it's in TCS is 8 years now. Okay. And like how should I if I want to write on
I just
resume?
explained. The one which I explained, you can simply use that. Maybe you can use 2 or 3 projects. You can mention one. And have you been working in one project from last 8 years?
No, I have been worked in multiple projects, and the present project which I'm working right now is Azure. So
So it's very simple.
my task
The
over
one which I showed you, you can mention the similar project 3, project 2, project 1. Project 1 should be your Azure. What your current tasks are, do not
Acha.
mention them. Mention these tasks, what we have been learning.
So like if you are an interviewer and if you are asking me that, okay, so if you are working in Azure administration, so what was your daily task, what you're doing, and how you're starting your day activities, so how should I explain, like in which way should I start, like what I was doing? I cannot mention monitoring, right?
No, these are the responsibilities you have to mention. That's what we have been doing in our classes, right? That I am
Acha.
working as an implementation engineer. We used to get, or we get, if you're working, you'll say used to get. If you're still working, we get our work via email or via tickets. Our architecture team, they assign, they share the low level diagram with us, and based on low level diagram, we start implementation. What do you implement? As per the low level diagram, we implement all the resources whichever are there. It could be virtual machine, it could be virtual network, it could be subnet, virtual network, VNet peering, it could be storage, anything. How do you deploy? We deploy using Portal, we deploy using PowerShell. This is how you can say.
Okay. 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 ठीक है.
Yes, guys.
ठीक है
Anyone
sir.
else has any question?
Yes, sir. So I have a question. So let's say I total have 8 to 9 years experience. Okay, and my oldest company where I used to work as a lead generation executive, and for TCS, I've been working for 5 years, and for Infosys, I'm working for like 2 years right now.
Hmm.
So how would I, divide those experience? Like if I have like to show like 3 years of experience in Azure.
So in current company, how long have you been working for?
2 years. 2 years.
So 2 years this, and in your last company, add one project on Azure. Simple.
Okay. Great. Yes, I can show that. Do I have to mention I used to work, I mean, in my last project, I used to work for on-premise or something, or directly I can show I was working for like on Azure only.
You can show Azure directly. There's no problem.
Okay.
Similarly, like this. See, even this person, the resume which I was showing you guys before this. Okay, this is, look at this. This is also from TCS, person who created this resume. So he has shown this one. He's working from 2016, and now he has left TCS already. So he was working in TCS from 2016 till date. So this is how he has shown the different project, but he did not mention dates anywhere. So if someone is asking कि 2016 से आपने कितना साल Azure पे किया है, based on the requirement, he always he mentioned कि ठीक है, if you required 4 years of experience, he said हाँ 4 साल मैंने काम किया है Azure पे. And the resume which I was showing you before that, that had the exact scenario which you just shared. You can show your current company on Azure like this. Current on Azure, and previous company, you can add 2 projects. One on Azure, then remaining, whatever you are doing.
Great. And how about the team size? Do I have to mention the same team size? Because I have like
No,
right
no, it's
now
up to you.
35 plus.
It's up to you. For Azure implementation engineer, don't go beyond 10. I've never seen a team of implementation engineer of 10 plus. So keep it 5, 6, 5, 6. And for your actual work, which you have been doing, that's up to you, whatever you want to show it. Good question about this one. Team size, implementation engineer, don't go beyond 5 or 6. You can say we are 6 implementation engineers, 2 architect, 1 lead architect, 1 program manager. This is how my team is. Rest in your
So you
all
assume.
projects, whatever the actual size, the team size was, you can mention that.
And do I have to mention like, let's say, because we have a lot of things which we have covered. Do I just have to show them that I used to work for my like deployment stuff and not others, other things?
No, no, why not?
Or I can
Whatever you're
share everything.
comfortable, whatever you're comfortable, make sure you write it. Sorry. Sorry, guys. But make sure that whatever you mention here, you're comfortable with that. See, I have been getting many questions, and this is very normal. I get that in every batch and every time that we are looking at Naukri, they are asking this, they're asking that, we have not done this. That's completely fine. What they are asking, it's none of your business. You don't have to worry about it. You can simply say, okay, I don't know this. Maybe I learn. If you give me a chance, I can learn about it. But whatever you have mentioned that you have been working, you cannot say the same thing for that. So write something which you can talk about. So if I have written a VMSS deployment, you should know all the details of VMSS. If I ask you some question that under virtual machine scale set, how many machines can I add at a time? What is the limit of the maximum machine? You should know. Do not mention anything which you are not prepared with. That does not mean कि इसको आप blank छोड़ दोगे. Minimum इतना तो आपको लिखना है, इसके बारे में पढ़ना है. Apart from this, if you are comfortable with something, make sure you write it. Do not just stick yourself with these points. These are the bare minimum I have mentioned. Migration, you cannot say कि यार migration की practice मैंने की नहीं, so I'm not writing. If you don't write migration, आधे calls वैसे ही नहीं आएंगे. Which reminds me, no one has approached me for the migration. I deleted my machine already, except for 1 or 2 persons. They approached me. So I'm assuming you guys did not do the migration practical. I kept my machine on for 2 weeks. Last week we did not have session. I gave you guys time to practice, to do the practicals, to read about it. But no one approached me for my AWS machine on which you could have performed the migration practical. So if you have not done it, at least make sure you go ahead and watch the video, write some points, take some screenshots. So at least you will have the feeling how the migration works, right? Because you are mentioning here that you have worked on this one. And I have told you एक दिन में कितने migration होते हैं. एक दिन में you don't migrate more than 2 or 3 machines. Right? तो 30 machines को migrate करने के लिए you can say that we took a month. That's completely fine. Don't just consider कि यार एक दिन में एक ही machine हुआ, ऐसा नहीं है. उसमें काफी टाइम लगता है. तो 30 machines migrate करने के लिए 1 month कोई भी odd figure नहीं है. Very realistic approach. Because बीच में leaves आ जाती है, कुछ होता है, इसका आपका assessment होगा, everything. So if someone is asking you that how much time you it took, do not simply mention कि यार एक दिन में 5 machine तो मैंने 4 दिन में ही कर दिया होगा, 5 दिन में कर दिया होगा. Do not say something like this. It takes time. Replication में टाइम लगता है, business decision मिलने में टाइम लगता है, डाउन टाइम मिलने में टाइम लगता है. So it takes a lot of time. So 30 machines, 1 month, you can simply say. So to answer your question, Ganesh, yes, you can add, but make sure you add only those things which you are comfortable with. Do not mention anything which you are not good with, because these are the roles and responsibilities you are mentioning. You are claiming कि ये मैं कर रहा हूँ 2 साल से 3 साल से, I have been doing this. और उसके बाद if you can't answer simple questions, then they will easily figure it out that you are lying. Right? For example, Bashan, if I simply ask you that what are the prerequisite to configure a Bashan, it should be on the tip of your tongue that I should have one subnet which names Azure Bastion subnet. That is the prerequisite. Apart from that, everything is fine. But prerequisite एक है कि मेरे उस virtual network में इतना space होना चाहिए that I can have one subnet और subnet का नाम होना चाहिए Azure Bastion subnet. That is the prerequisite. So if you are claiming that you have configured Bastion many times, you will know this very well. But if you claim it and then you are not able to answer, then no one is going to help you. Right? If you are not comfortable with hub and spoke, remove it. Simple. But that does not mean that you will keep on removing everything. वो भी नहीं हो सकता है, right? Deployment virtual machine has to be there. Subscription and resources has to be there. Virtual network has to be there. Right? Traffic manager, load balancer has to be there. Performance monitoring has to be there. VMSS has to be there. VNet pairing has to be there. Right? Storage has to be there. Working through PowerShell has to be there. कुछ नहीं तो आप बेसिक बोल सकते हो कि PowerShell से हमने machines deploy की है, and we have done it, right? You guys know how to do it. बस फर्क इतना है कि हमने एक एक मशीन किया है. I've told you कि उसमें स्क्रिप्ट बढ़ती रहेगी. You can do multiple machines also. आपको तो स्क्रिप्ट ही रन करना है. मल्टीपल मशीन्स हो या एक मशीन हो, आपको तो स्क्रिप्ट ही रन करना है. मल्टीपल मशीन में कुछ नहीं होगा, स्क्रिप्ट में 5-6 और पैरामीटर्स ऐड हो जाएंगे. वर्चुअल मशीन के नाम के आगे 1 2 3 3 4 5 6 लगता रहेगा. बट अल्टीमेटली यू हैव टू रन PowerShell. Now how to run PowerShell, you should know that, which we have done. Right? पोर्टल से जाके आप खोलते हो, बट पोर्टल से नॉर्मली होता नहीं है PowerShell यूज. So you always go ahead and you use your machine's PowerShell here, and then you use AZ Connect, वहां से आप कनेक्ट करते हो. We have seen that also. वो कॉन्सेप्ट आपका क्लियर होना चाहिए. नो वन इज आस्किंग यू टू क्रिएट अ PowerShell स्क्रिप्ट. आपके इंटरव्यू में कोई नहीं पूछने वाला है, डोंट वरी. And if they are asking, can you write a PowerShell script? Say no, I cannot write from scratch, but I understand, I can read the script, I can edit that. And you have done that, right guys? उस machine का rename वगैरह करना, we have done that. So only less than 30 seconds are pending, guys. I'm stopping the session. Do you guys need a break? In next session, we'll see Naukri portal and a few more tips I'll be sharing, and then we'll be done for the day.
Sure.
Yes, do you need a break for 5 minutes or should we continue?
We'll continue.
Okay,
We'll
then
continue.
let's join immediately then. I'm stopping the session. Join immediately.